Texas. They say everything's bigger here, and they're right. We've got big cars, big hearts, and even bigger steaks. This is beef country, Texas, home to the Alamo, the Cowboys, and the largest military installation known to man. So big, it has a big name. Fort Hood, the great place. It's got a Texas-sized podcast as well. And this is it, right here, Fort Hood's great big podcast. Yeehaw.
So,
yeah,
everybody,
New week.
I'm Charlie Mabe,
I'm Brianna Dew.
and I'm Dave Larson.
and we haven't said that in a very long time.
I
We
know.
just
haven't.
assumed everybody
Yeah.
knew who we were.
Well, you know,
Everybody knows now.
Been 7, 8 months.
Yeah, well, we got that user base at 12.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We,
Have you been scouring the analytics?
just
Absolutely.
open it up and say, "Hi, Mom."
hey, Mom,
Yeah.
how's it
Hi,
going?
Charlie's mom.
That's right. And the rest of the dwarves. The So has anybody here gotten any seeds in the mail recently?
No.
No.
Seeds.
I-
No seeds?
No seeds.
Because a lot of people have. Apparently, there have been mysterious,
I saw
unsolicited packages of
Yeah.
seeds
Whoa.
supposedly being sent from China because they're in packages that say that they're from China.
that.
Okay.
It's got the China customs label and everything on it. But, this was, people were thinking, oh, what are they doing? They sending in these seeds that have some noxious plants in it. We're going to grow us some Audrey 2 Little Shop of Horrors stuff that's going to take over America, or, something bad that's going to sweep across, destroy all the,
Okay, yeah.
conspiracy theory stuff.
Yeah.
But the folks looking into it said, no, this is probably a like an Amazon scam
Mm-hmm.
or something. So apparently you create a fake account on Amazon.
Okay.
You order something from yourself, right?
Okay.
But you never ship. You still have to ship something because Amazon tracks a package. In this case, it would be seeds.
Right.
So they pick a random address, send seeds to it. As soon as the seeds arrive, whoever ordered it becomes a verified purchaser of said item, and then you go in and put in your fake review. Seeds don't weigh a lot,
Okay, yeah.
so
Okay, that
that's
does
what
make
that's
sense.
their thought.
But what's the point of all that?
Well, you've got your junk thing that you're selling on Amazon, but it has
Yeah.
all these reviews that say,
Oh, you
"Oh,
have
it's
great
yeah,
reviews, so
fantastic."
people will
Yeah,
buy from
it's,
Yeah,
to,
so
it's to
people-
create a track or like a tracking system.
Well, no, it's not a tracking system. It's just to give yourself a bunch of stars so it makes it look like you're legit and are selling your product is great,
like
so
legit.
people will purchase it.
buy your schlock.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the interesting thing about this, though, well, what stuck out to me about this, other than the seeds, so these packages have custom labels on them
Right.
that say they've got. This one says it has toys, because I don't know if people out there know this, but it's illegal to send seeds internationally because you can't
Yes.
send plants internationally because
Right.
that's all controlled because of stuff.
Laws.
So none of this said seeds, toy, jewelry, whatever. The bigger thing, so 900 of these have been shipped to Virginia. Florida's had 160 of these
From China.
from China, all seeds, all claiming not to be seeds.
Okay.
What are our customs people doing? So they've let over 1,000 packages that purportedly say that it's got this other stuff in it.
Yeah.
They're
I'm
not
sure-
checking these?
I'm sure they lied on the customs form. They're not going to
Well,
say
yeah,
it's-
but
Yeah,
they
but
got the
they did.
X-ray
It said
stuff.
Toys.
They got the X-ray, machine. They're supposed to be checking this
Yeah.
stuff.
Don't they get like
they saw
millions
these little
of
tiny
packages?
things and they went, oh, they must be little tiny army men.
That's legit. China quality. Maybe it's a make your own. They must have ordered an assemble your own bracelet kit.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
The other weird thing, so Mississippi's gotten some of these. And they want people, if you're in Mississippi and you've gotten some seeds in the mail from China, to report it to the Bureau of Plant Industry Office. What is a Bureau of Plant Industry Office?
Sounds like a scam.
That sounds like a scam in itself. That's right.
Isn't there like Department of Agriculture?
There-
or
Yes,
something
there
like
is.
not
that?
Mississippi.
is.
They got a beat of
Well,
their
it's
own
probably
drum.
statewide.
The
Ugh.
Bureau of Plant Industry. I'm in
Why do
plants.
they gotta make it more confusing?
I'm in taxes, tax dollars.
Yeah. Sounds like a funnel for what is it? Like money laundering.
So now you're accusing the state of Mississippi
Yeah.
for money laundering?
This goes so deep.
What are they money laundering
I
from?
don't
It's
know.
tax dollars.
I'm trying to like get into the conspiracy mindset
All right.
where
Well, I think you
everything
have to,
has an alternate agenda.
I think you got to go to the seed. What is the seed conspiracy? Is Mississippi sending the seeds as like a red herring operation
Maybe.
to fund this purported Bureau of Plant Industry Office?
Oh,
If-
stop.
If you're out there in Mississippi and you are a member of the Bureau of the Plant Industry Office, drop us a line at forthoodpao@gmail.com because we'd like to talk to you. I'd like to know what you do all day. Not like every day. Just like
And how much you're getting paid for it.
Absolutely. And do you have any job openings?
Yeah. You can identify
And what are your
seeds,
benefits?
right?
Yeah, this
Right?
no, that's a toy. That's not a seed. I could work at customs. And speaking of seeds,
Yes.
sunflower seeds, baseball season has started.
Yay.
Kind of. See how I did that?
I didn't
Baseball,
even-
they take the
They spit
sunflower
the seeds. Yeah, they
see?
do. And the bubble gum.
Yeah, and we could just go right into COVID if you wanted
That's
to.
right, absolutely,
Oh, yeah,
because
that's
that's what
true.
baseball's all about. The COVID this year.
Yeah, it sure is.
I didn't
Oh,
realize they were
goodness.
starting, but that's cool.
They
They've
did.
started. They've
How,
already.
how are they going to be safe?
But more than half of the Miami Marlins came up positive
Oh, my God.
after 1 weekend of play.
Yeah.
Of course they
No.
did.
What they've done though, they've instituted the COVID rules. So now between base runners between each base have to quarantine for 14 days.
Oh, my gosh.
Uh-huh.
It just seems like that's too much. I mean, it's like obviously any sport's going to be like, for the most part, a
I
contact
know a
sport.
baseball game will last about as long as a cricket match.
That's right.
Oh, you're right.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Oh, my gosh.
I think they should be playing the latest generation of video game version of baseball. I could name drop any names here, but
Right.
playing a digital version of it where the player on the screen is the player who's actually holding the controller. You know, they got to pass the controller around to each other. They can wear gloves for that. They can wear masks. I would tune in and watch that. I think that'd be a hoot.
I don't know if I'd watch
I don't know,
that.
because
Yeah, I
somebody
know.
might be really good at baseball but really bad at video games.
I would imagine they'd be bad at
But it's like for the record.
Are you kidding? These are professional athletes, and they're all younger guys. What do you think they do when they're not playing baseball?
That's true.
Roll around in money.
Yeah.
roll around in money on their consoles while they're playing video games.
Oh, I thought they were like partiers and getting the women and
The
alcohol.
partiers and the women and the alcohol.
Yeah, don't they?
And the
I've
women
seen-
and the alcohol.
I've seen all the sports people. They always are. They seem to always be in a scandal of some sort.
Look at you.
It's just conspiracy,
Conspiracy,
scandal. Man,
I'm just repeating what I see.
just digging that positive attitude on
Woke
life.
up on the scandal side of the bed today.
Yes, I suppose I did.
So yeah, baseball. I caught a part of a game the other day.
So did I.
It was a joke to me, to be honest.
Why?
Because you had people there. You had an empty stadium except for some cardboard cutouts.
Yeah.
And it sounded like there was
You know they pay $100 to get
What?
their own image made in cardboard to stick in their seat. People are paying the
Wow.
Houston Astros $100 to make a cardboard cutout of themselves so that when they televise the game, they're in the seat. $100. It
seems
can be.
legit.
You
That
can
is
be.
so sad.
Your cardboard cutout could be at Minute Maid Park.
You know, for $50, if anybody out there is listening and wants to do this, I will make a cardboard cutout of you or similar to you, and we will have it in the room while we film the podcast.
Oh my gosh.
Occasionally, I will even throw a question to you.
You've already done that.
Yeah, I did that. I did that.
Yeah.
Dave on a stick. But this was so sad because you had an empty stadium,
Yeah.
the people coming up there, and then it sounded like somebody had recorded crowd noise on a
Yeah, it's like the
cassette
left
player,
Of course they
and
did.
we're holding it up to the mic. It was just so sad.
That's awful. I
So
can picture
sad.
them like trying to do something like on the Jumbotron and they just like try to like awkwardly move like the cardboard people to make it look like they're doing
That's not
something.
people behind it doing the wave.
Yeah,
We're
like
going to do
the
a wave for the
Muppets, like, oh.
cardboard.
Don't mess this up.
That would be great.
That's
See,
so
I'd watch
funny.
that.
I would watch that. Okay, I would watch that.
I would watch that.
Yeah, the Cubs. The Brewers are playing the Cubs,
Mm-hmm.
and seventh inning stretch. What do? They play on the jumbotron in the stadium for TV only. Really,
Mm-hmm.
Harry Carey.
Sure.
Yeah,
The classic.
yeah, Harry Carey.
Hey,
going,
Cubs fans.
take me out to the ball game. Yeah, just weird. But the game I got to see, the Brewers won, so
Oh, there you go.
they lost 2 out of
Yeah.
3 though.
The Reds, the game that I kind of watched, the Reds won,
Mm.
but then they lost their fan base. But we won't get into that. So,
What?
yeah, just go to CincinnatiInquirer.com. Look at the
Uh-oh.
comments on,
They in hot water?
yeah, well, some
Uh-oh.
of the players are. I'll just put it this way.
Mm.
There's a large constituent of baseball fans that don't want politics brought into baseball,
Okay.
That's fair.
right? So some things rubbed some people the wrong way. This is not the forum for that, though.
Okay.
Not the forum for that. It is the forum, though, for some really cool stuff coming up because it's, not only baseball season, it's getting to be back to school season.
Yes, it
Ooh.
is.
Yes, and we've got some information about that right after these delicious messages. Eat 'em up.
Flurmit the Sock here for the thrift savings spam. Is it meat? Who knows?
Cut.
What?
Flurmit, baby, look at this script. It clearly says thrift savings plan.
Oh, yeah.
It's about saving money, not lunch meat.
Not
Let's try
lunch.
this again.
Thanks, Steve. Flurmit the Sock here for the thrift savings plan.
Got it, baby.
Soldiers and DoD civilians, listen up. Are you socking away a little bit of money each month in your TSP? What? You're not? They call me crazy. The Thrift Savings Plan is a great way to make sure that you've got the supplemental income you need when you get old and wrinkly. Plus, the government can match up to 5% of your contribution. That's a free money. Make it rain, Uncle Sam. Make it rain. So look out for your future and sock some money away in the Thrift Savings Plan account. Visit www.tsp.gov for more information. You can retire like an ex-prince moving to LA, or in my case, his wife.
That's a wrap.
It's a me, Super Mario. Woohoo! Hello to all my friends at the Fort Hood's Great Big Podcast. You're number one.
Everybody say up, up, down, down, left, right, parade. Start.
The button has been pushed.
Yay. Start of
The,
a new
the
week.
red light is on.
The red light is on. That means recording. The green light means
That doesn't make sense.
it doesn't.
Yeah.
But it's said. I'm looking at the counter.
Green
It's
means
No,
go,
red-
right?
That's where I got confused.
No, that when the-
fabulously last week. What was happening?
that was weird.
I was. Well, my concentration was off.
But when you record, the light's always red.
Right.
It says
Yeah.
like recording studio.
It's like warning.
But yeah, that is backwards. I never thought about that.
It is backwards.
Well, it's red
Yeah.
for me to
Oh,
stop
yeah,
it.
so-
Green to start it. So it's green. Then I hit it.
Yeah.
And it starts recording. And it's red to stop it.
Oh, okay.
It's traffic light logic.
Okay.
If we're talking too fast, it turns yellow.
Really?
Slow down. No.
Get out.
Oh, I was about to say, I've never seen it change
Slow
color.
it down. That's because we're so professional here. We always speak at
We never speak fast.
an appropriate rate.
Yeah. Okay.
So, Dave, you were talking off air
Yeah.
about some weird drive-in something with concert, Garth Brooks something. What?
Yeah. Recently, I guess it's a thing. They're doing concerts, and Garth Brooks is one of them. I guess he's the first one that did it. Due to COVID, that you can't go to a concert hall, get thousands of people, blah blah blah. As a matter of fact, my wife was bummed we missed the Bon Jovi concert in Dallas back in June.
Did you get refunded?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
Hey, I saw
There's
ZZ Top is still planning to go out in November.
Really?
Maybe.
I
not.
doubt
ZZ
that's going to
Top. Their beards
through.
protect them.
But Garth Brooks, what he did was basically recorded a concert,
Mm-hmm.
put it on film, right? And then they're selling it to drive-ins across the country.
Oh,
And I guess that happened recently in Gatesville, in our little neck of the woods.
Oh, cool.
But-
Yeah, because Gatesville has a drive-in movie
They do
theater.
have a
They
drive-in.
do.
Yeah, the
movie theater.
drive-ins.
That's so cool.
Yeah, those are becoming revived now.
They need to be.
I'm not
Drive-ins
sure
were
how
cool.
interesting that would be, though.
A concert at a...
It's
Drive-in?
it's not live.
Yeah, if it's pre-recorded, I don't know.
I don't know. I
I
had
like Garth Brooks, but
a $1 million idea for concerts in the age of Corona.
yeah.
And actually, it predates that. It was from the first time I ever used virtual reality,
Uh-huh.
but on a virtual reality headset. And it occurred to me, what you could do is put a bunch of cameras at the concert and sell the live stream as like a ticket, because virtual reality is 360, right? So
Okay.
it's like you put your headset on, it's like you're there,
Right.
and you could watch the concert with this headset on, just like you're there, and you could turn to the left and see the person there, and turn to the right, look behind you and see all the people, and look up and see the person on the stage. And if you do it that way, every seat is a front row seat.
But is that live?
You could do it live. You could do it
Oh.
recorded or live. And even if it was recorded, it would give you the live feeling. I mean, because let's be honest, when was the last time you were at a concert and interacted with the performer?
Oh,
Sure.
that's never
But
happened.
what
to
if you
me.
don't like sitting next to the person next to you?
I don't know. Maybe you can virtually.
Can
There's
you
a button
change
there.
seats?
Yeah, change their
Switch 'em out.
face.
Wait a minute, I took my wife. What happened?
Honey, you're looking manly today. But no, that was my idea, is it was through virtual reality. And that way you get the full concert experience, because VR stuff is amazingly realistic.
Yeah, it's getting
But isn't
better
it
every year.
amazingly expensive?
No, the price is going down. Well, you know,
It's still
Yeah,
expensive.
Cost is
average
relative.
Joe over here.
cost is relative. You can get into acceptable VR for about $400.
This is true.
Yeah, no.
Acceptable VR right now.
I didn't buy a DVD player until they were under $100. That's the way I operate.
That you may never get there with VR because of the technology.
Yeah.
Yeah,
involved.
the
Well,
computing.
yeah, but you buy it now, it's going to be outdated 2 years from now, right?
Well, yeah, but people buy cars and it's outdated.
Yeah, but-
And there's a new model the next year.
That's
A phone, there's a new
I
model
let
6 months
I
down
let
the
the
road.
cutting edge people, Charlie, buy all the
you
new
like
stuff.
to borrow the stuff.
And then when they figure out what actually sells to the masses, then
Mm-hmm.
I'll buy it because now it's cheaper.
That's
It is cheaper now,
But it has
though.
gone down.
It's gone down significantly.
My
in the
goodness,
last couple
when
of
I
years.
my first virtual reality set was, I mean, it hadn't even hit mainstream market.
Yeah, I
so this
remember when
was
Right.
a demo test thing that they sent out to everybody.
Is that like 8 years ago?
I don't think it was that long.
Oh, really?
It was the DK2, the Oculus Rift DK2.
I
The
remember.
DK for developer kit.
Okay.
So it wasn't even a full, manufacture thing.
Right.
And so I had that, and it's gone leaps and bounds beyond that now.
Flat screen TVs. Remember those?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I
Everybody's
got one.
now,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
Remember
remember
when they
seeing my
used to
first
call?
one.
Remember when they used to cost like 10 grand?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
When they first came out, my brother-in-law was all over it. Yeah, I gotta
Yeah.
have it. And he
They were
spent 10
shipping.
grand, and
Yeah.
3 years later, I buy it for 2.
No, when I
Yeah.
got back from Iraq the second time, I had saved up money because one of my dreams was to own a certain size. I think this sounds funny at
was
the
one
time,
of
but
my
like over 30-inch or
Yes,
something like
that was one of my dreams too, actually.
HD TV, because HD, was new and shiny.
Yes.
And I think I went in, and I'll say the name because they don't exist anymore, but Circuit City.
Yep.
That's where I went in here in Killeen.
Yep.
And purchased one, I want to say $3,500.
Whew.
By the time I
Wow.
PCS to Japan a few months later,
Yep.
that same exact TV was like $1,500.
Yep.
And now, people pay like $50 for that TV.
Yeah.
If you could, if that.
If they even want it.
So
Technology.
technology
It just keeps rolling
always
on.
advancing.
It's so exciting.
Year after year. You are excited.
Yeah, I love-
She's so excited over there.
I love talking about technology.
But
Do you?
Yeah.
going back to the original premise
Mhm.
of adapting to COVID,
Yes,
there's some of that going on post too, right?
there is. Absolutely. In fact, it's touched all of us, including no matter what your job is. The Post has more than just soldiers here. We got families.
Yeah, we do.
Those families got kids, and those kids, because mom and dad work, have to go someplace.
Yep.
Like Fort Hood school age centers.
Mm-hmm.
And yes,
Or the Bronco Youth
or the
Center.
Bronco Youth Center.
And we are joined by Miriam Washington, and she is the director at the Bronco Youth Center. Miriam, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
So you guys have a great event coming up, and it's different.
Yes.
Tell me all about it.
So you just finished talking about drive-ins.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what we're going to do. We have a
Wow.
back-to-school drive-through resource fair going on.
Okay. So explain that to, can you give us kind of the nexus about the hows and the whys and the whats?
Okay, so with the COVID going on,
Yeah.
we decided that we wanted to still reach our 6th through 12th graders. So we're offering an opportunity for parents to drive through, pick up the backpacks. We'll have school supplies. We'll have masks. We'll have hand sanitizers. We have different things that we're giving out to the youth to keep them safe.
Aw.
And these are kids that are signed up through Child Youth Services?
They're signed up through Child and Youth Services. They're registered members of our program.
Okay.
I got a question.
Yes.
So for this drive-through, so there'll be like a line of cars, and eventually you get up to maybe a big menu thing, and you'll hear somebody say, "Oh, welcome to the Bronco Youth Center."
That's exactly
That was
right.
really good.
Thank you.
We'll bring the bags out to the youth, to the parents.
No contact.
No
delivery.
contact. Do not have
Wow.
to get out your car. Just drive through. We'll be ready. Excited to give you bags. Excited to give you resources. We have the school liaisons officers there as well.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be there to talk about homeschooling, to talk about what's going on now with your choices to do virtual schooling. Liz Davenport and the school liaisons office, Teresa, they'll be available for parents to ask questions. They'll have pamphlets to pass out. So I think we're ready.
Kids on post, they all fall under Killeen Independent School District. But like Fort Hood actually has like 7 or 8 school districts that surround it.
Correct.
KISD, it was in yesterday's paper. They're probably, most schools in Texas are going to back up actual showing up to class for at least till after Labor Day is what
Yeah.
I read.
Yep. It's going on nationwide.
How does COVID affect what you guys do at the Bronco Youth Center?
So we've had to adapt. And the first thing that we've done is focus on the safety of the children.
Mm-hmm.
So they come in, they get temperature checks at the door. They're required to wear a mask. Parents can opt to give them a mask, or they can bring a mask with them. When they come into the facility, we have games and activities that are set up. They are social distance. We have all the areas set up. They're 6 feet apart in all the areas. We've even adapted to playing basketball with gloves on.
Whoa.
Each child have
Okay.
their own basketball.
All right.
We do volleyball.
I love that, because if you're not very good at it, you can just blame it on the gloves. You missed another shot. It's the gloves.
It's the glove.
Hey.
So when they're playing the video games, the high-tech areas, we're sanitizing every hour. They're asked to go wash their hands.
Wow.
We re-sanitize the area, change the environment, just to keep them safe.
Does it change the volume that you can support now, though?
Yes, definitely.
Talk
So
about
there's 1 adult to 9 youth. In the past, it was 1 adult to 15 youth.
Wow.
that. Okay.
So we've decreased the number of spaces that
That's
we have in the
40%.
program.
It is. I'll trust you
So
on that.
there's 1 adult to 9 youth in any area, and all the areas are set up 6 feet apart.
Right.
So how many people total can be in the facility?
72.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow. The how are the kids dealing with this? Is it scary for them, or
It was very hard at first for them to adjust to actually coming in. And again, with the basketball, everybody have their own basketball. So you don't share a basketball, you have your own ball. We're not doing 5-on-5 basketball the way we used to do basketball. So we have
Everybody
adjusted.
plays horse.
Yeah.
We play horse a lot.
Oh my gosh.
We have an inflatable Connect 4 basketball game.
oh, that's
Okay.
cool.
Nice.
Yes. So it's something to keep them engaged.
Yeah.
That's really
Wow.
really cool.
I feel like that's like retroactive, and like you're like when you're trying to teach them like share. Now it's like everyone gets their own. Like,
What are you doing? Stop sharing.
yeah.
So we have a fitness area as well, and certified fitness instructors that actually give them an opportunity now with this smaller ratio, an opportunity for them to work on whatever they need to work on. So we have qualified staff
Nice.
to assist them.
So I've been to the youth center, not as a youth, as an adult.
I don't think anyone was confused about.
I was just clarifying. You know,
Yeah.
just in
Yeah.
case.
Okay.
And I have to say they're absolutely amazing with all the opportunities afforded to kids inside, all the activities for them to do, the separate classrooms, the ability, to work on homework or whatever that they have to there, to get snacks and food there. I wish those facilities like that existed when I was a kid. And I know there are a lot of parents out there on Fort Hood that are looking forward to the day when you can open up your doors to everyone. Because right now, don't you have to meet certain requirements to be able to enroll your child into it?
Well, there are programs from 6 weeks all the way to high school. So the Child Development Center will service your younger children. Your school age 1st through 5th grade, your school age sites will handle that group, and we handle the middle school, high school. So just being active duty, retired, DOD civilian that work on the installation, you're still qualified to use the program.
Okay.
And our program doesn't cost anything. Just to come in and use the program doesn't cost anything.
Wow.
When we're going on field trips, if we're able to get back to that state again, you pay
someday.
for you pay for the trips. But just to use it, to come in, you're struggling doing virtual classes online. We have a homework tech.
Wow.
Come in, let them assist you.
Just sign up through CYS.
Just sign
right?
up through CYS.
That is a huge benefit, because something like that outside of the gate would be big bucks.
Correct.
Big bucks.
Wow.
Yeah, major bucks.
So are there resources to help the parents teach the children how to teach? Because I'm assuming will there be teachers virtually teaching?
Well, again, each of the programs have a homework associate and a technology associate
Okay.
that is in the program. And anything in addition to that, we have our school liaisons officers
Okay.
that key in and can assist with whatever resources they have. And they tap directly into the school system.
Wow. So different.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, of course, we have Teen Talk, an opportunity because they've been inside since March.
Cooped up.
Yeah.
We
I'm
have
sure.
an opportunity for them to come in and do Teen Talk. We have a military family life consultant that is available to talk with the teens about what they're struggling with. And then we offer crafts and different things for them to relieve some of that pressure.
Wow. That's amazing.
It's a all-in-one
With,
package.
like counselors too? Wow.
Yeah.
And then we have the sports and fitness staff that's on board with us. We have the sports and fitness program. And those are the certified individuals that actually do different classes with the kids. They are doing limited fitness this week. They were out bicycling, and today I think they're doing water fun stuff.
Wow.
So they're just getting them out, getting them active, and keeping those muscles
And they
going.
can shoot with gloves on.
Yeah.
They can shoot with gloves on. So we are sanitizing, hand washing, wearing a mask, and trying to keep the kids safe.
There you
That's
go.
wonderful.
Now I can understand why, when everything had to close down originally because of coronavirus,
Yeah.
why there was such a hue and cry about the youth centers not being open. Hey, open those youth centers. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
There's
That
a
is
lot
some
going
neat
on.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a
we were ready
lot
to see
going
them
on.
come back. So
Yeah.
we're hoping to see a lot of them come through the grab and go
Mhm.
drive through.
Mm-hmm.
So we're hoping to see a lot of our faces.
So
back.
one more time, so that everybody understands where and when and all that. Give us the information on the grab and go again, if you would.
So this will be held August 6th from 12 to 5, Bronco Youth Center, Building 6602, Tank Destroyer Boulevard.
Right.
This is for 6th through 12th graders. The school age program will have their event, the 1st through 5th graders, on Friday.
And I had a weird question.
Yes, sir.
And this is just because I learned that, so, a lot of the state fairs have been canceled
Sure.
this year. In Minnesota, where I spent a large portion of my youth, they are actually going to not have the fair, but they're going to have drive-through fair food. So
yeah.
you can drive through and get all the food from the fair.
That sounds amazing.
Wisconsin's doing that with their cream puffs.
So, but
Oh, wow.
one of the things that they put out about this is you have to be in a car. No motorcycles, no scooters, no buses, cars only. For this drive-through, are there any? Can somebody come by on their scooter or motorcycle or bicycle? Does it have to be in a car?
If they come through on their scooter or motorcycle, they need to have their mask on.
All right. Or this is Texas, so on a horse.
Oh my gosh.
Or their horse.
right.
We need them to have their
Can
mask
you
on.
imagine? That'd be a great picture.
Well, Miriam, thank you very much for stopping by.
Thank you.
It sounds like you guys are dealing with it.
We are
Yeah.
doing our best, and we will have some of that food to give away also.
Oh my goodness. You guys are adapting so wonderfully.
That's
Thank you.
fantastic.
Yes.
All right. Well, we will have more fun and excitement right after these brief messages. So stay tuned or fast forward, whatever you end up doing. Whatever. Just do it.
Hey, it's Melissa here from Fort Hood Shelter and Adoptions. Now is a great time to stop by and see what furry friends they have waiting for their forever home. Or, down boy, you can follow their Facebook page called Fort Hood Shelter and Adoptions. The great thing about pets that come from Fort Hood Shelter and Adoptions is, all right now, be good, they're practically free. Well, sometimes they're free. They just need a good mommy or daddy. So stop by Fort Hood Shelter and Adoptions. Check the Facebook page of Fort Hood Shelter and Adoptions, or even call Fort Hood Shelter and Adoptions at 254-287-4675 to make someone very, very happy.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It's what your tax dollars sound like. Fort Hood's Great Big Podcast.
So I have to wonder,
So much wine.
because talking about the basketball and wearing gloves and all that,
Yeah.
and I really wanted to ask it, but my brain was like, no, don't ask this now,
Uh-oh.
because it would take us out of the flow. But if Michael Jackson were alive now and having to wear gloves during basketball, would he have just the one glove? Would he have two sparkly gloves? Would he have glove over that glove?
He'd have a glove over the glove.
Well,
And then he'd go, hee-hoo, every time he threw it down.
masks are now a fashion accessory.
I know, he was way ahead of that.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
But he used his to keep the nose on.
What's the coolest mask you've seen?
The coolest mask?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Fashion accessory.
I like the ones with there's one with a variety of mustaches
Oh, that's cute.
that you can wear.
Really?
I would totally wear that. I like the ones with the teeth. I saw a cute one with like what are they? They're like the Mexican like sugar skulls.
Mexican sugar skulls.
You know
I'm
what I'm
not
talking
quite
about?
sure what that is.
It's like the Day of the Dead type.
Okay.
Like they have like the
I didn't know those were
yeah.
called sugar skulls.
I think so.
I don't know.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Anyone? No.
Fort
Okay.
Hood, PAO@gmail.com. What are those skulls called?
I think it's sugar skulls.
Sugar
because they make
skulls.
them cutesy.
I did see for the first time a designer brand was offering up masks.
Wow.
So leather straps, and then
Oh.
their, whatever their logo was on the front, and it was not inexpensive.
Right.
Leather
So now
straps.
it's starting to become a fashion
Yes.
statement.
My wife has an embroidered Bon Jovi mask.
Does she?
Oh, yeah.
Does she? I feel bad because I'll go out and everybody's wearing these cloth masks and maybe they've got a sports logo on it or a saying
You
or
got
something.
disposable paper.
And here I am with I'm not paying you more than $1 for a mask.
Yeah.
I'll put my hand over my mouth and walk around. That's how cheap I am.
Well, I think it's cool. Like it's definitely a marketing thing, especially with the economy not being stimulated right now. So I think I've been seeing like a lot of like sports teams. They've been releasing and it's cool because it's like it's limited and they're like limited and it speaks to the time.
That's true.
So I think they're like going to be collectors.
Now is a good time to remind people, 1st Cavalry Division, that you're not supposed to have logos or things like that on your masks. 1st Cavalry Division. That's a thing here at Fort Hood. You can have your camo
you call them
patterns and stuff. No, I'm just calling out the whole
I feel
division.
very
I
attacked.
tend to think that their GO can say, yeah, go ahead.
I know, but it's just they said that, and then I see the mask with the calf patch, and I'm going, what's up with this?
Yeah. I love how you thought like the riding horsemen were sweat stains.
They've got the first calf has a real fancy. What is that? There's a word baklava. Is it a baklava?
Like neck gaiter.
Wait, baklava is a candy.
Yeah.
A balaclava. But anyway, it's a neck gaiter.
Neck gaiter.
And it's got the calf pad, the famously large yellow and black calf pad.
Over your mouth.
But the color is sort of this midnight blue, I'm going to say, a dark midnight blue. But as it goes down, it looked like Brianna had sweated through it.
Right.
Because it was white and stuff.
And grayish.
It was grayish.
But it's actually the silhouettes of horse soldiers riding towards you. Yeah. But it really looks just like sweat stains. But I think with that is the first salvo of the mask wars here at Fort Hood. Mm-hmm. The Cav has their offering. We need to have some official garrison face wear.
Well, 3 Corps could have Death Dealer.
Yeah.
You could have like the mean teeth.
Where's our Death Dealer? This needs to escalate.
I know.
Is what
we
needs to
need
happen
to have
here.
a mask war.
Esprit de corps for everyone.
And then the last panel is like everyone just wearing their mop fort.
Yeah.
I don't think a caltrop's it's just not big enough. That patch is just too tiny.
No, and it kind of makes it look like we're puckering our lips. So. You bring up the mop levels, mop 4. I was really nervous once this COVID thing started that the Army would remember that we already have sort of baked in virus protection gear, and it's horribly awkward and uncomfortable.
Oh, it's so uncomfortable.
Luckily, we've
and
avoided
sweaty.
That.
Yeah.
Oh,
I do
mop
not.
gear.
At least they're charcoal lined, right?
I used to, folks out there, if you haven't been in the military, they time you as to how fast you're able to put this stuff on.
9 seconds.
And back then, I wore glasses.
Oh.
And part of, if you had to put this on, was you had to, step 1 is like, get rid of those glasses as fast as you can.
Yep.
So I'd end up throwing my glasses,
too.
and then I'd be blind. So I'm just feeling my way desperately through the rest of this, trying to put
I've
this
totally
stuff on.
been there.
And eventually,
it sucks.
I just had to have the come to Jesus moment where it's like, well, if we get attacked, I'm going to die, and I just have to assume that and accept it.
How long can you hold your breath?
Yeah.
More than 9 seconds.
Yeah.
So, just get it on.
Well, we'll see.
But then you have to find your glasses because I would throw
Yeah,
mine
that was
too.
another
I'd have to
problem.
find it on the ground and you're in the grass, you're in the woods or foresty area, and then your whole squad is like already running ahead of you, and you're like, oh, I'm being left behind now.
Yeah, glasses made you a serious liability.
Yes, the
2020,
struggle.
the year of COVID and chemical warfare here in the podcast.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I like to think that every podcast is a year of chemical warfare.
There's always biological
What else
warfare.
is 2020 besides seeing straight?
It is a major election year.
Yes, it is.
Major, underline.
Big time election.
Time to get political.
No,
Well,
Maybe
or
not here.
Yeah.
But just in the general populace.
And that's why we have our next guest.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
We have Major Pamela Carlisle. She is the 3 Corps and Fort Hood Installation Voting Officer.
Yay.
That's a mouthful.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. It is.
And things are getting close, aren't they?
Yes, they are. They are. We are what 106 days away from the November 3rd election.
Wow.
Yes, we are definitely getting close here.
Bearing down on it.
Yeah, we are.
Hey, and what's great about the COVID thing is that I haven't felt, usually in an election year, you're getting bombarded with stuff.
Right.
Yes.
It's like I haven't felt as bombarded.
Really?
Because I think the bombarding has been going on since 2016. Maybe I'm just numb to it. I might
think so.
just be numb to it.
No, I've been seeing more ads
Really?
on my phone. Mm-hmm.
There is a cutoff, and it's coming up real quick. This drops on July 30th.
Yes.
So when is the cutoff
The cutoff
for
the cutoff,
absentee ballots?
The cutoff is August 1st.
Oh, wow.
So we have roughly we're down to days now.
Yeah, so if this hits on the 30th, then the 1st is what? That's the
2
next one.
days, right?
April has 30 days, have April.
July's got 31, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Except February alone. It's got.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, 48 hours.
So if
to
you're
get
hearing
your-
this now and you haven't done it, get yourself in gear, folks.
But finish the podcast first.
I-
Priorities.
I think we should dive into that first. Where do you go?
Yes.
How do you do it? And then we'll get on to more
For all
pleasant
those
things.
procrastinators out there.
Yeah, exactly.
You know who you
did
are.
your taxes, right?
It's me.
I did.
Okay, good.
A week before.
Okay.
Nailed
I did
it.
too. Yeah, I
Ugh.
did too.
So-
and to get ahead of the August 1st deadline, I sent out to everybody the federal voting assistance registration form. So you could by the 15th of July, I needed to push that out. So I pushed it out to everybody so they would have plenty of time to fill that form out and get it sent in, and so that their election officials could send them their official ballot. Now, I would like to let everyone know that the voters here in Texas, they've been experiencing some difficulty with receiving their ballots. The voting program is aware of that, and they have contacted the Secretary of they're on it. They're
Right.
on it. Yeah.
They're
They're on it.
tracking.
Yes, they are tracking that, and they are very aware of the difficulties that are the overseas voters are experiencing right now.
All right.
So we have a presidential election, 34 seats in the Senate, and all 435 congressmen.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
That's
Congress
gonna be-
every 2 years, right?
Yeah, it's going to take
That's
you a while to get through that ballot.
471 just in total?
Maybe.
The seats that are being...
I refuse to do math while I'm
Oh.
on the air.
Well, this is what the Sentinel said in the interview with Major Carlisle. So there's
There you go.
435. Oh, 13 governorships. as well.
Ooh,
That's a lot.
governorship. Toot, toot. Get on the governorship, everyone.
Let's shift
It's
gears
the
here
party.
a second, Major Carlisle, and talk about what you can say or not say in an election year.
Yeah,
You want to
because
weigh in on that one a little bit? Because, and I think it also applies to us government service civilians, right?
yeah, it does. It does. If any government employee.
Okay.
Really? Oh, I didn't know it extended that far.
Yep.
Tell us all about some of the do's and don'ts.
Yeah, and what we're talking about is the Hatch Act. And I gotta tell you, I had to really do some research in that because if everybody is on Facebook, they've seen the ad that has Uncle Sam pointing the finger, hey, don't do this. But the question is, what is it that you don't do?
Right.
So as we're considered all federal civilian employees, including the postal workers, there are some things you can't say. As if you belong to the Democratic Party, for example, you can't go out and solicit members of, in your office or whatever to your party. It just has to. You just can't do that. Those are the things that you can't do. You can't solicit contributions if you're running for office, but you can. This is one of the cans that you can do is run for nonpartisan office.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
I could be an elected official by now.
Yeah.
Yes,
a scary thought.
And of course, one of the cans that you can do is registering and voting, and you can assist in voter and registration drives, and you can attend political fundraisers, but not in uniform.
Right.
Yeah, so it's kind of viewed as. I hate to use this. I'm not going to use that example.
Well, now
I want to know.
But I think it's pretty much you can do certain things as Citizen Jones that you couldn't as Sergeant Jones. So you can't make it look like that you as a representative of the government or armed forces is endorsing something.
Yes.
So you as a private citizen, you guys got on your regular old T-shirt and a pair of jeans and whatever. You can go out there on your own and tell someone, hey, you should vote for candidate X. But you can't put on a military uniform and go out there and say, vote for candidate X.
So are you not even supposed to tell them that you work for the government? You can just campaign like with them and just remain.
Yes, you can. You can say that you again, you're in the United States Army, but you can't use that influence for one party or the other.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what about for social media? Because all my generation is all online.
Right. And again, that's why that you see that post with Uncle Sam pointing a finger. So that applies to social media too. We think that social media, we can hide behind social media, so to speak. But if you're in uniform or DOD civilian, you are still under that Hatch Act, to where you can't, influence one way or the other.
Especially if your profile picture, whatever you are, has you in a military uniform, then any post you make it's like endorsement right there.
Yeah.
People don't realize how far this goes and how easily you can slip into accidentally endorsing something officially, and you had no clue you were doing it.
Yeah.
Right. And even you have individuals that come up with fake names. But even that's traceable now.
Sure.
I mean, people are actually finding, they're doing the investigative work of finding out who these individuals are.
They will find out who you are.
You cannot hide.
There's a good example of someone here recently engaging in their first, I'm sure what they assumed was their First Amendment rights. And this was a sailor. Are you familiar with this?
No.
So there was a sailor who stopped her vehicle because there was a protest, a positive protest. So it was more of a rally.
Right.
And she exited her vehicle and graphically told the protesters / ralliers what she thought of their candidate. And someone, of course, it's 2020, so someone had their phone out, ready to record it.
Of course.
Gave everyone the double deuces several times.
Yeah, I saw that.
Got in her car and drove off.
Yeah.
And that video was at the Secretary of Navy's desk before the end of the day. So she has learned not to voice her opinion so fervently while in uniform.
Right.
The hard way. You all don't have to learn it that way because you're here. Opinions are great, and they're even better when you keep them to yourself.
I've heard that before.
Yeah.
And that's a good point, because you can, there's a penalty for that. If you are a DOD civilian and you are found to be, breaking the Hatch Act, you can lose your job.
Yep.
You can be fined. And with the military, there's UCMJ. And you can be reduced in rank and, and all that stuff. So
it's serious business.
Yeah.
It could get ugly.
They're not messing around.
Yeah.
They're not messing around. So no campaigning in the office. No it's a toughy one, isn't it? Because you'll notice we don't have posters. If you go on a military installation, there's not any advertising.
There's no
out there
advertisements
for stuff. But that even would now go so far as if you like a candidate, you can't really share their stuff. You shouldn't on social media if somebody's got a campaign ad or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, you shouldn't be sharing that. And I think that's a tough pill for a lot of people to swallow, because as Americans, one of the things that we hold most dear is our ability to spout about anything and everything at a moment's notice. And to tell people that all of a sudden you can't, they suddenly feel infringed upon.
Right.
But it's one of the things that you sort of have to set aside to serve your country. It's just, you have to accept that.
Yeah.
You can't have everything all at once.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right, that's exactly right. And I read the comments under that particular ad from the voting program about the Hatch Act, and I read them just to kind of gauge the frustration that some military members have, with wanting to voice what's important to them. But then there's that fine line that you have to be careful on, because again, you may be seen as being biased towards one candidate, versus the other. But just have to keep in mind to remain neutral.
And you can still have your voice heard at the most important place, which is the ballot box.
Exactly.
And I'm guessing with the numbers, which have been declining since the 60s, of people who are voting. Oddly enough, for college, I was just in these analytics the other day. So if you look at the younger generation who are very politically charged now, their actual voting numbers are on the decline. And if you look at people age 65 and older, their numbers are going up through the roof.
Right.
So don't be all woke and into everything online, where you have this big voice online and all these opinions, and skip out on the ballot box. That's ridiculous.
Right.
I mean, online, what you're posting, whether you choose to post or not or whatever, that's just talk. Put your money where your mouth is. Go to the ballot box on election day and vote, because it doesn't matter what you said online. It matters what you do at the ballot box.
Your actions.
Right.
Rock the vote.
That's right. Rock the vote, baby. Rock the vote.
Right. That's an excellent point, and that's what I said in that article a few days ago. That what your interests are, vote. You have that right to do that. Whatever election day is the time to do that. Not online.
It's the beauty of the democracy. You have a voice.
Yes.
But only if you use it.
Yes.
So I have a question for you, because, and you may not be able to answer that, and that's cool. I'm sort of dropping this on you. With the election this year, there's been talk that we may not be able to have it in the traditional sense of standing in long lines and waiting because of coronavirus and social distancing. And I know that the politicians have bandied about the idea of distance voting, whether it be through mail-in ballots or online. In the instance that happens, do you know how that would affect us here in the military?
No, because in the military, that's what we do. We're used to absentee voting, mailing in our ballots, and that's not new to us. That's what we do. But each state right now has. Some states are saying mail-in ballots only, but then I've seen states that are flip-flopping, saying that no, we're going to go back to in-person voting.
Flip-flopping in politics? What?
Yeah, maybe that was a
no, that's an accurate word.
But yeah, these are certainly different times that we're in as far as voting. But I would have to say that with the military, this is what we're used to doing. We're used to mailing in our ballots, because we're all the way around the world, or, we are, in different, states or whatever doing training. So this is not new to us, but for some non-military individuals, it is quite different. And some individuals are used to doing the in-person voting because that's what they are. That's what they feel good about. That they know that their vote is definitely being counted.
Sure.
But I would refer you back to the website, the Federal Voting Assistance Program website, because those states, they are updating their voting requirements almost daily.
Oh wow!
Yeah, just due to the circumstances with the COVID situation.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do we have that address?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
FVAP.gov.
Oh.
Federal Voting Assistance Program. FVAP.gov.
Nice.
Too easy.
That is not FAP.gov.
I'm just curious. Your gut feeling.
That's the family advocacy one.
COVID's effect on the number of voters. Do you think they're going to have more people vote or less? Because there's a lot going on in the world. Is that going to make more people vote, or do you think COVID's actually going to push the numbers down? Just your opinion.
Yeah, well, and what I'm reflecting back on is the election that we just had in Georgia, where there was a lot of hiccups in Georgia.
That was a primary, though, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And those individuals, they did a lot of the in-person voting, but there were a lot of hiccups as far as the voter workers, kind of counting those votes. But there was a large turnout. So, I looked at that and I'm like, do I think that will happen in November? I think so. I think there will be a large turnout in November.
Every 4 years, there's bigger turnout,
Yeah.
but some years are bigger than others.
Yeah, I think so. Considering the times that we're in now.
Yeah, I think you're right.
We can hope.
Yeah.
I think she's
We
right.
can hope. Voting is never a bad thing. It's when people gripe and then
they don't vote. I really don't get that. I've never understood why people do that.
because we're Americans, that's what we
That's
do.
true. Everyone's so
That's the
entitled.
American
I'm like, you didn't even put. I don't know.
Griping is the national pastime.
That's a really good way to put it.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
And baseball started today, so.
Oh, baseball.
All right, now I didn't mean to shift gears. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. It's a sore spot with me.
Yeah.
Sore spot with me. Baseball. Well, anyway, ma'am, thank you for being on the show. Do you have any other?
Ooh, I had a question.
Oh, yes.
I had a question.
The Brianna in the corner. Yes.
I
what
was
is
just
your question?
wondering. I know you mentioned not vying for any political party, but are you, like, if you live on post, are you allowed to put like a vote for, certain person in your yard? Are you allowed to have bumper stickers? Like, what are the rules for things like that?
I don't think so, because I know what you're talking about, where you see campaign posters for example, Board of Education,
Sure,
So and so for sheriff, yeah.
so for governor,
yeah.
But this is federal property, so I would assume that you cannot put any of that on federal property.
I don't think that's
Okay.
go at this station.
Okay.
Why are you thinking about putting up something?
No, I was just wondering.
right.
I wasn't sure if like living on post meant you had more like if you can do less because you're living on post as opposed to if you live off post.
I think that's one of the benefits of living on post is less politics.
Touche.
Yeah, we can sell that one to Fort Hood Family Housing.
Yeah.
So that idea.
Put that in there.
Yep. And we'll add that to the website.
Their promotional campaign.
Oh, yeah.
Not campaign, but pamphlets.
Yeah, pamphlet.
Yeah, no campaigning.
It's
No
a pamphlet.
campaigning.
All right, man. Well, thank you so much for being on the show. Do you have any additional information you need to put out, or did we do a good job of covering it? Or she's putting the glasses on.
Here we go.
Uh-oh.
We're getting serious now.
Here it
Whoa.
goes.
No, yes, as always, you did a great job with the voter push. And again, thank you so much for having me again. But I do just want to put out just a couple of admin notes that Absentee Voter Week is September 27th through October 4th. And this is really targeted towards our overseas voters to ensure that they have the proper paperwork to submit to their election officials. But again, if voters do not receive the ballot from their respected election officials, then they can write in the ballot. They can. There's a form that you can submit to have your vote still counted.
But it's an official form. It's not like you take some notebook paper and write in.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. It's an
SpongeBob for president.
Right.
Yeah.
It's an official form, and again, you can find that on the website, or you can, of course, reach out to me.
And one more time, that website is
fvap.org.
fvap.org.
Sure. Oh, it says .gov.
.gov.
Oh.
We probably just sent everybody to an adult entertainment site.
No, yeah, I didn't. We'll put it on the we'll put it on the Facebook page.
Okay.
No problem.
But August 1st is quickly approaching, so get registered to vote.
Absolutely.
So that your vote can be counted for November 3rd.
It is so important.
Yes, it is.
All right, and we'll come back with more accurate and factual information right after this.
If you've got problems and feel like you just can't get answers, there's a place for you to turn. The Inspector General's Hotline. They take your issues seriously. If you're at the end of your rope and need someone to reach out to, grab a pen and take down this number. 254-287-7209. That's 254-287-7209. The Fort Hood office of the Inspector General. They inspect generals, so you don't have to.
Got a problem? Write your congressman. Fort Hood's Great Big Podcast.
Coming on strong on a Monday. I feel so low. Won't be long till one day when you know.
So lots of stuff getting delayed this year.
Yep.
You know, schools getting pushed back. We don't even know
way back
for sure when that's going to start.
Yeah.
And then baseball started, but it's probably going to...
Still going on as of this moment while we're talking.
Yeah.
We'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah.
And then movies. You guys hear about the movies, you know, because the theaters have been closed. Just the other day I was thinking, it'd be nice to go out to see a movie.
Yeah. I've been wanting to for a while.
There's drive-ins are open, and that's cool. There's actually a drive-in near here that people can partake in. I saw they were showing Ghostbusters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd go see
the
that.
good one, right?
Yeah, the original.
The good one.
The original.
Yeah, that
but, you know, I got to get out there. How far away is Gatesville from here?
30-minute drive.
Yeah, it's a 30-minute drive. Plus, where I live in Temple, that's another...
No, you're closer, actually.
Am I?
Yeah.
Well, then I got no excuse.
Oh, even better.
I do have an excuse. I don't like... So, Dave, you went to drive-ins as a kid, right?
Yeah.
But you probably did not, Brianna.
No.
So, Dave, you remember you go to the drive-in, you'd pull up to the thing, then you had to roll down your window and get the speaker.
With the little speaker.
And it had just a certain kind of monotastic sound because it was out of that old junky speaker.
Right.
Now they send it through your radio.
Car radio, yeah.
Wow.
And it's got a stereo. And it's just not the same to me to listen through the car radio as that speaker off to the side. So it's not the same. It ain't the same. And when I was a kid, it seemed like they were always like double and triple features. And I'd fall asleep through the first one because I was a kid.
Well, when I was a kid, probably not you either, they had, well, I guess Sonic's like that. But they had tons of Sonic. Drive in, eat, you roll the window down halfway, and they would hang a tray there.
Wow.
So they would hang your food. And the, Happy Days that she never saw, the waitresses, they called them car hops, would be on roller skates.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's one thing I always saw in the movies, and then I thought it would be in real life, and I've
It was.
It really was in real life.
I was
We
so
just
good
got
at
too lazy.
rollerblading too.
No roller skates.
Oh, Oh, okay. So I rollerblade then. So I wouldn't
the
be very
last
good.
nationally named brand root beer used to have, the root beer with 2 letters.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Well, they actually had drive-ins,
Really?
all over the
Okay.
Midwest.
Were all the advertisements for
The
root beer?
last one was on the north side of Milwaukee, where I was living.
Really?
About 2 miles from my house.
That's cool.
That's really cool.
Wow.
Well, with the whole movies
Yeah,
getting
sorry.
delayed. That's okay. No, that's cool. Because I brought up the drive-in.
Well, there you go.
It's my fault. This is not even a fault. What am I talking about? Why am I casting blame? There's no blame in this room. What's the deal with blame? Anyway, the
movies.
Moving on. Disney has delayed more movies because theaters aren't open and they're scared to death. They spend a lot of money on these things and they don't want to lose the money. They're afraid people are going to be afraid to go to the cinema if it's open.
Yeah.
So the movie Mulan, the live action remake of the animated classic with quotes around it.
Yeah, classic.
Has been delayed indefinitely.
What is that?
That means they got no release date, and eventually they're going to have to figure out what to do with this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So they're not going to put it on their streaming service. They're not going to put it on like any sort of online thing. They're not going to say, okay, Christmas. They're just saying someday maybe.
Yeah, but they're also not spending money anymore.
That's true. But they already got
the marketing.
It already got spent.
Yeah, it already got
because they
spent.
were already marketing it when the COVID curtain fell. Also, Warner Brothers has delayed Tennant, the David Tennant story, the story of Doctor Who. No, that's not what it's about. It's the one Christopher Nolan, his next mind bender.
Okay.
Like what was the upside down?
Inception.
One? Yes, Inception, the one about having relations with
worlds.
your sister.
Wait, what?
Oh wait, no, that's incest.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Inception.
But
That's the
Disney's
truth.
also pushed back Star Wars and Avatar 2.
Wow.
Yes,
I feel
they're
like
making more
Avatar
Star
2
Wars.
Are
has
they
already
even
been
shooting
pushing
movies
back.
right now?
No.
No.
You have to have movie making 101.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize this, but you can't just professionally throw a group of people together and say, hey, we're going to make a movie. Movies have to be insured. That's why people who have drug and alcohol problems or anger management problems have a hard time working. It's not that the studios don't want to employ them.
Mm-hmm.
It's that the insurers will not insure them. And if they cannot be insured, they cannot work. Because if something happens, there's a payout.
Right.
So no insurer is willing to insure a movie during COVID. Because what happens if there's a COVID outbreak? The insurer would go broke.
Right.
So that's the issue here, is insurers. So you have to get, I saw the other day that Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible 7,
Mm-hmm.
somehow he got a special insurance waiver. So they can
Do all the crazy stuff.
start production on that. Or continue, if they had to stop. But
Wouldn't they, I don't know, wouldn't they just move to some third world place and shoot it there?
well, they've done that. New Zealand.
One movie has
New
come
Zealand.
And
They
that's not
social
third
But
world.
that's not third world,
yeah.
but they don't have a coronavirus issue there.
Right.
So, but they also don't want to let
They
people
won't let you in. Right.
Coronavirus, so it's a catch-22.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize this, but the next Avengers movie got totally bounced. That was the Black Widow.
Okay, I don't care.
Which I knew I don't care, but that was supposed to be out in May. That was supposed to be out in May. They're saying maybe November at this time.
Wow.
Maybe. And then the movie I care about, The New Mutants, which is
I'm
the
going to hold my
X-Men.
breath till that one comes out.
X-Men spinoff. Yeah, that one's been booking a while. Got moved from August. This is the weird scratch your head thing. It got moved from August 21st to August 28th.
A week.
I'm just like,
Wow.
I don't get it. Why?
Yeah. The interesting thing is AMC theaters are saying they are going to reopen from sometime mid to late August. They're not going to
Oh
be a
my
day.
gosh, I hope
That's
so.
like the IMAX people, right?
Well,
Well, they all got it, don't
I'll
they?
get back to you
I
on
think
that.
they all have
Yeah,
it.
I
I think they all have it.
But I'm thinking they're trying to tie the New Mutants into the AMC opening, trying to see, hey, let's see if people, that's their little test thing. Let's wiggle this to see if people are willing to go see movies, and then we can open the floodgates. If a theater was open now, would you go see a movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
I totally have no problem.
Yeah, if it's like every fourth seat or whatever, who cares?
Here's the weird thing. What about like the food and the popcorn? They're going to have to be switching gloves.
I'd be bringing my own.
They'd never
Save
let
money.
you
You can't
do
get
that.
the popcorn,
Life
but you
hack.
can smuggle in pretty much anything else.
That's supposedly, I've heard. I've never done this myself, you dirty, dirty lawbreakers.
Hey, you get a box of
I'm saving
unspecific
money.
candy, right?
Unspecific malted
that
milk
costs
candy.
99 cents in the dollar store, and they're selling it to you for $5.
Well, that's because they want to make money.
Well, yeah, but come on, really?
Yeah. I like it in other countries, and this is
It's
sort
like
of
at a baseball game, a $10, beverage.
Yeah, no, I know that. Remember what I said when I went to just cover the Dallas Cowboys?
Yeah. What did you drop on two of you on hot dogs and a soft
was
drink?
Insane. It was almost like $50.
Yeah.
What?
Hot
Yeah.
dog, 2 hot dogs and 2 soft drinks.
I accused
gosh.
I went on social media and accused the Cowboys of the R word.
Oh my gosh.
So other things are being delayed too, though.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everything
Like
is.
me. I am. You heard it here last, folks, because everybody else in the room already knows.
Yeah.
I will be sticking around. The rumors of my devise have been.
You mean your devise?
What did I say? Demise?
No, you said devise. I don't know if that's a word.
Division?
Demise.
I got math on the brain.
Oh yeah, division. Yeah. That
I think you're not dying, so it's just your departure.
Yeah, I'm sticking
Departure.
around. Whatever's happening, I'm going to be here for it.
Not for that. Well, not forever though.
That's true. November. I will be flying away in November. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll
3 more months.
fly
That's
away.
12 more podcasts.
That is.
What does it?
What?
1 dozen.
1 dozen. I guess
She
that's
was
true.
yawning when she said that.
Yeah, I
you know,
did.
you're
Sorry.
really on your game today.
No, I just didn't sleep a lot last night.
Oh, sorry.
No,
Did
it's
you?
okay.
What's up with that?
Well, I drove back from being on.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that. You were out gallivanting around.
I was.
Because originally we were supposed to record this yesterday. Then I saw all of a sudden I start getting these Facebook posts, and I'm like,
She's on the river.
so this is why she couldn't come into the This is not
Yeah.
a legitimate excuse.
I forgot that my pass was Friday to Monday and not Thursday to Sunday.
That can be a problem. Did you find that out the hard way or the easy way?
The easy way.
Oh, okay.
I had just forgotten.
I gotta ask because for the photos you were all decked out,
yeah,
and then you said I forgot my frilly socks.
I did.
Explain that one.
So part of the sub style that I do, you have to have a certain amount of specific items,
Right.
for it to be considered the classification of the fashion you're going for.
Okay.
And some of the main, like there's like 5 main pieces that
You
you
had
need.
frilly gloves.
Oh,
or
I didn't have
whatever
the accessories.
Yeah,
I did have
whatever.
that. Yeah, the wrist cuffs. That is
Fingers.
one of them. There's one. So you need like the wrist cuffs. You
Okay.
need a petticoat
Okay.
for the silhouette because the silhouette's the most important.
Okay.
You need a head bow.
Okay.
Something in your hair.
Saw that.
Yeah, and then of course you need the dress. You need the outfit, and then you need the socks.
And then the socks didn't match. They
I
were
know
black.
I didn't have any that matched. I was
What's up
so
with that?
sad. I
All right.
forgot to bring it.
What did you think, Charlie?
Oh, the pictures?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice your stuff.
Thank goodness.
I was just, girl stuff. Moving on.
No, I
Moving on.
noticed because you
Yeah.
pointed it out.
Yeah. Well, see and that's the thing. So when I upload to the blogs and the websites with
Right.
other girls that also do the same thing that I do,
Uh-huh.
they would
You get a little
clock me for
snarky on it?
Yeah, they would.
Okay.
People get
Nice
kind of
socks,
Yeah.
Texas.
Yeah, because they'll be like, "Oh, that's not a real outfit or a coordinate."
Poser.
Yeah. So if I just go ahead and say like, oh, I forgot to pack it.
You could have cropped out your feet.
Yeah, but my shoes were so cute though. They matched.
How many total items is it?
Generally, it's between like 5 to 7. It depends, but for me, I think there's 5.
I've counted my items, and I'm totally rocking slob.
There you go.
I've got that maxed out.
Yeah. Well, we're all committed to our style.
Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that does it for another great big podcast.
Yes, it does.
All those folks out there that stuck around this long, oh, God bless you. God bless you. Thanks
it's like the Southern, oh, bless your heart.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
You deserve something nice. Go get yourself an ice cream. Go get yourself an ice cream. And we'll see you next week. Same bat time. Same bat channel. Toodles, everyone.
Bye.
See ya.
Guitar starts then